Guys, you want to grab something for lunch? I'm kind of getting hungry. You want to join me?
Yeah.
Alright, let's go.
Some fries to go, please.
Are you guys ready?
Yeah. Are you not hungry?
No, I'm not hungry, but... What is that? Why did you buy those paper boxes? Aren't they like super pricey and so unsustainable?
They were 50 cents. Yeah.
50 cents? And you're paying like 50 cents for one of those boxes every single day? Isn't that like expensive in long term?
No other choice.
Who said that? Don't you know Sufogo? It's like sustainable foldable bowl. And actually it's super high in quality. You can fold it. The portability is super nice because you can fold it, and it's also dishwasher friendly, so overall it's super safe. And I think this is a pretty good alternative because you only pay for around like $44, and you can use it like forever basically.
Great idea. Yeah, we should buy one of those.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Gergana and I'm going to walk you through the making of our genius invention called Suffable Foldable Bowl. Firstly, let's talk about the direct materials. Our bowls are made from 4 components in total. The first component is actually stainless steel. It's placed on the top and the bottom of the bowl. In the middle comes the magic. It's actually food-grade silicone foldable ring. After that, we have, of course, a carabiner handle because apparently people love clipping things to their backpacks. And we didn't forget the screws. Each bowl has 8 screws in total. Then comes the packaging. It's made of cardboard, fancy enough to feel premium, but not so fancy that it is all the profits. So in total, the material costs are for $43,665. After that, let's talk about direct labor. We have 6 departments in total. These are packaging, cutting and shaping, material sourcing, assembly, quality inspection, and storage. However, we have only 4 workers that are hands-on with the bowls. These are cutting and shaping and assembly department, and each department has 2 workers. So it takes about 43 minutes to make one bowl, and the labor cost per one bowl is only $1.58.
This flowchart outlines the end-to-end production process of Sufogo bowls, detailing both manual and automated stages. The process consists of mainly 6 steps, and it begins with material sourcing, where 2 workers organize and prepare all the materials for the next step. The next step is the cutting and shaping step, where machines handle most tasks, basically such as cutting and forming metal parts, shaping silicone, and drilling holes, while 1 worker oversees operations to ensure precision. The assembly phase is fully manual and handled by 2 workers to attach the silicone to the metal frame, add carabiners, and test each bowl for foldability. Then, during the quality inspection, workers check for visual and structural defects, perform folding and pressure tests, and assess the heat resistance and leak proofing. Use activity-based costing to allocate our around $10,000 in overhead more accurately by linking costs to the activities that generate them. Key overhead items include rent, utilities, maintenance, insurance, indirect labor, and departmental costs and packaging, sourcing, inspection, and distribution. Instead of spreading the costs evenly, ABC assigns them based on usage. For example, we have $0.82 per packaged unit, $57.57 per purchase order, $28.57 per defect, and $81.80 per shipment. General overhead is allocated at $25.39 per direct labor hour, Each unit costs $36.12 to produce, made up of $26.87 in materials, $1.79 in direct labor, and $7.46 in overhead. With a 24% markup, the selling price is $44.79, yielding a $8.67 profit per unit and a 19.35% profit margin. This ensures sustainability, supports reinvestment, and keeps us competitive. Our break-even analysis shows total revenue of $72,782 from 1,625 units sold, with a variable cost of $28.66 per unit and a contribution margin of $16.13. Fixed cost total $16,195, resulting in a net income of around $10,000. The break-even point is 1,004 units, giving us a 38.21% margin of safety, with a contribution margin ratio of 36.01% and an operating leverage of 2.62. Our model is profitable and scalable, but also sensitive to sales fluctuations.
Starting with the pro forma income statement, based on projected unit sales of a little over 20,100 units, our total revenue reaches around $8,4200. After subtracting cost of goods sold, which includes both direct materials and labor, we are left with a gross profit of $2,600. Then operating expenses in total are just over $2,064, which leaves us with a modest but positive net income of $2,200 for the year.
Covering the budget forecast and the financial evaluation metrics for our project. Starting with the budget, we've based our projections on a quarterly sales increase of 2%. In quarter 1, we expect to sell 4,875 units, and by quarter 4, we're projecting sales of around 5,173 units. This gradual increase reflects a realistic growth rate based on market demand and production capacity. Our forecast shows roughly 20,093 units sold in the first year. These projections are critical because they directly impact our expected revenue, raw materials procurement, and labor planning. By aligning our production with a steady growth rate, we can avoid overproduction, minimize storage costs, and ensure efficient resource use. This budget is also the foundation of our cash flow projections, which feed directly into the financial evaluation of the project. Now moving on to the financial viability of the project. The net present value is approximately $76,987. This is a positive figure, which means the project is expected to generate more value than it costs, making it financially worthwhile. The internal rate of return comes out to 49.5%, which is significantly higher than a required rate of return of 10%. This tells us the project is not only profitable, but also offers a strong return relative to the risk. Lastly, the payback period is 1 year and 8 months. That's how long it takes to recover our initial investment from the net cash flows. A short payback period like this helps reduce financial risks and improves liquidity early in the project's life.
And now more about the what if statement. We took three scenarios. The first one, we assumed 31% increase in variable expenses. While this despite the strong sales and the contribution margin dropped to 16%, which in turn led to a massive profit impact of negative $14,400. Moving down to scenario 2, where we decreased our unit sold by 20%, even though our per unit margin stayed the same. This led to a net loss of a little bit more than $5,200, meaning our scenario 2 model cannot handle this way. And for our last scenario 3, we thought of decreasing our price by 10%. However, this time increasing the unit sold by 15%. But again, our profit led to a negative impact of $4,400 with a negative IRR and negative NPV. For our differentiation analysis, we use scenario 2, where we assume 20% decrease in units sold. This change towards the year 1 sales by $168,000, while direct material and labor cost decrease. Fixed costs remain the same, which compressing our net cash position. Our NPV shifted from drastically from $77,000 to a negative $134. The IRR dropped from 49% up to minus 78%, and the payback period was no longer achieved. Sustainable, foldable bowl. The future folds with you.